Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asma Hussein, and today I'll be comparing and contrasting the Quran to the Creation Judeo-Christian Genesis poem. God is sufficient. According to the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is completely sufficient and not in need of anyone or anything, whereas in the creation poem it says God stepped out on space and said, "I'm lonely." This proves that God is in need of things. Be and it is. In Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala creates by saying be, but in the creation poem, it says that God has to create things physically. All Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has to do when he, quote, when he wills something to be, is simply to say it, be. 3682. This proves that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is so great he can just will something and it happens. He has to do no work. The Creation Judeo-Christian Genesis poem. In the poem, it says, God rolled the light around in his hands. This simply proves that God has to physically create things, whereas in Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all he has to do is say be. Nourishment of water. In both the Quran and the creation poem, we have the understanding that water is a nourishment. In Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, and we created from water every living thing. 21:30. From the ayah, we realize that water is a source of nourishment for all living things. In the creation poem, it says, so God stepped over and cooling waters came. This shows that water is a nourishment and is a cooling source for humanity. Thank you for listening.